So battle report, Purge the alien on this ruined city world with demons and heretical guard versus Chaos Space Marines with 2 units of cultist zombies, 3 units of oblets, and is it 4 plague marines and 4 plague marines and rhinos over there, and typhus deep striking. Oh, we got to roll. You don't have to roll for warlord traits, but I need to roll for mine. I got rattlings here manning this demonic Icarus las cannon, a command squad, plague bearers, a soul grinder of Nurgle, a Leman Russ, another unit of plague bearers, 2 great unclean ones, sentinels, a vendetta, and 2 soul grinders, and a squad of just veterans. And I need to roll warlord. Demons steal the initiative. So,
Did you really want to steal the initiative?
I do, because, I mean, you're just going to shoot me if I don't move. See what happens. Demons, these guys don't move. They just kind of mill about in the ruins. Great Unclean One moves 5 inches. These guys don't really do much. And, Soul Grinder and the Leman Russ come rolling up. These guys don't move, and we're going to start shooting once we see what Warp Storm does after I measure range on some rattlings. I should point out, these bikes go flying over here. We killed like 2 zombies. Or a zombie. Well, 2 zombies died, and the Warp Storm gave me a better invul save, and then he used the Grimoire on the Soul Grinder here, and the Soul Grinder's invul save got worse. But it's shrouded from Nurgle, so it's not bad. And now it's on to the movement. Movement's kind of done. Oblets moved up. Those oblets moved up. Those oblets shifted. Everyone's going to shoot this Great Unclean One, I think. Unless he can manage to die. Are you just las cannoning him? Or Melta. It's all kind of the same. Multi-Melta. 1 hit. And not a wound. It is a wound, because 3 wounds him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, he took a wound. After all the multi-Melta las cannoning, he took 1 wound. And we're on to Demons round 2. We got a Vendetta, the 2 Scout Sentinels, and this Soul Grinder, and we got 1 Soul Grinder and a Great Unclean One still in reserve. 10 veterans are in there. So those oblets, they're not running. These oblets are running. Now that we know oblets are not fearless. They have fear because they're demons, but they gotta go winding around, so they probably aren't that far back. No, they don't bounce. Their base has to fit through, so they're gonna... Yeah, they'll probably be closer. Alright, so in shooting, we killed 1 oblet in each squad. No zombies. Those sentinels ran. And we're on to demon, or they're chaos. Still running. Typhus actually deep struck right here. These 3 rhinos drove in so they can wipe out a sentinel squad. Yeah. And everyone else is actually moving now. Did he? I thought you only got 3. No, you got all 4. So everyone came in? You did roll 1 for one of them. So this guy's not in then, or one of those guys isn't in. Whichever. There's lots of zombies to move here. And some oblets. And now, they're allies of convenience. So, but if I get a warp storm that targets all unfriendly units, it targets the guard also. So Soul Grinder blew up, got penned, and then both Scout Sentinels blew up. So Duke Lacrosse here has 3 points. 3 points. Yes, I'm saying one for the Sentinels and First Blood. Right, so that 2 points there and 1 point here. And yep, so we're gonna move on to the Demons. Does the Warlord come in? Yes. Does the other Soul Grinder come in? Yes. All right. All right. So Demon movement is done. These guys, the colored guys here got booked, so they're 3 up invul save. This tank rolls to here, doesn't immobilize itself. This las cannon, the demon cannon, can't shoot this round, so the snipers just kind of hang out where they are. Great Unclean One's actually where his dice is. There's a vendetta up on that. This guy got deep struck and placed right here. This guy deviated to here. Those guys are hanging out. A couple of these guard moved back, but not the one with the mortar or the master of ordnance. And so we're gonna see what Warp Storm says. So Zeech gets angry and kills one of my ratlings, and kills 3 cultists, and no one else gets hurt. So we're on to shooting. So this Soul Grinder who got misplaced, he fails to kill some oblets. This guy life leeches the tank, and it's denied. Deny the witch. I got one more set of shooting, but shot multi-meltas and a battle cannon and heavy bolters into Typhus, nothing. Battle cannon into Typhus, nothing. We did blow up a tank over there with this vendetta that's actually sitting on top of the building. And then this squad needs to fire, and after that, we're going to move to assault. Yeah, we got no charges. Great Unclean One fails. Soul Grinder fails. These guys aren't going to charge Typhus because they don't want to go down from instability. And we're on to round 3. Typhus is there. This tank goes driving through the terrain and pops smoke. Those guys are there. Remember, this vendetta is still up here. And then everyone, let's see, Typhus, he's right there. And then everyone kind of clusters around this Soul Grinder who they're just going to shoot the hell out of. And maybe he'll survive, but I doubt it. All right, so what are we shooting with? Those guys need to shoot. You can shoot the vendetta.
And the other rule we use here is...
No.
Yeah, they can't shoot.
They got a crack grenade, right? You can throw the crack grenade, too. Oh, you hit.
Oh, you're on this thing.
And, strength 6.
Should be a 12.
Yeah, it does. You need a 6, so it doesn't do it.
And they were just charging.
All right, who's charging?
The person that can't charge.
Oh, that dude. Okay. So Typhus charges in. So in the shooting, we did in this Soul Grinder, and this guy rolled double 1s on his cover save, so he's got 4 wounds left, and Typhus is in close combat. So, alrighty. Typhus killed a Plague Bearer.
These guys can't charge.
He's flying, so he can't be charged. I lost 1 Plague Bearer, and Typhus is locked in combat. I rolled essentially a 5 for my leadership test, so they're good to go. All right, Great Unclean One is here. That guy's wreck. These guys hanging out. The vendetta with guys on it flew off. The Lehman Russ backs up. That Great Unclean One is there. These ratlings are back up with their lads cannon. These guys are locked in combat. These guys don't move. And the Blessed Book. Gonna use it on these guys. Their invul save will be a 3 up again. And we're on to Warp Storm, which is a 9. All the shooting is done. We blew up the tank. We killed 2 guys. They felt no pain on the battle cannon melter shots. He totally failed. And we're gonna go on to a charge that we can make. This guy can't charge the oblets because of the darn zombies that are in the way. So we're on to bottom of 4. Is that right?
No, we're on to close combat.
This round of close combat. Whatever that swarm thing is, which doesn't make sense because it's a Nurgle power against a bunch of Plague Bearers, but it killed 1. And they lost combat by 1. And we're on to bottom movement. 4. Those guys moved. Oh, I see what they're doing. Yes. He's still locked in combat. That tank has done its run. All out. So, who's shooting where?
Over there, 2 meltas.
Into
Tank.
Lehman Russ. It'll hit. Nothing.
What's on the front?
14 front. 14 front. It's a Lehman Russ. Alrighty. So Meltas fail. They don't do the Lehman Russ in. He's still alive.
I can fit through here.
Yeah, but you gotta do straightest line. So
8.
yeah. No.
Oh, I needed that so bad. You have no idea.
No. Okay. All right. They fail their charge, and then Typhus here takes a wound and deals a wound. So locked in combat. Moves 2 inches, moves a good distance. He's right there. These guys stay right where they are. They're locked in combat. They don't move. Uses the book on the Plague Bearer. I don't know why I rolled 2 dice. Blessed Book. Their invul save just went to 6. Not good. Warp Storm says 11. Awesome. Typhus needs to take a leadership test on 3d6. He is a demon. Typhus is actually a demon, so even though I rolled an 11, I can't turn him into one. So nothing happens on that Warp Storm. All right, so the Massive Ordnance, he killed a bunch of zombies, which will allow this Great Unclean One to charge the Oblits, which is actually something useful for him. And this guy's going to charge. Other than that, we didn't kill much. They felt no pain for 4 strength 8 battle cannon wounds. So assault. That Great Unclean One charges the squad of 3. Typhus killed the Plague Bearers. Great Unclean One killed the champion. Failed that charge, and so we're at the bottom of 5. Done moving. They fall back. Zombies do whatever they do. They block me from charging Oblits. Plague Marines are up here. Those guys are still locked in combat. Typhus doesn't move. What was his psychic powers? This guy also moves to here. I guess he's going to jump out. Well, he's already got Line Breaker. So extra line. Well, it's got to be on this deployment, though. I don't know. He's just hiding. The Plague Marine went away. Typhus charges. He gets his charge. Are these guys charging? All right, 3d6. Yep, you got 7. So I'm gonna overwatch you. No challenges. They're just rattlings. So we got a combat there. Which one do you want to do first? Okay, it's the end of 5. Does the game end? No. So Typhus took another wound, and he killed some plagues. This rattlings got wiped out by the Plague Marines. Great Unclean One killed the 2 plagues. He's there. No one assaulted him. So we're on to top of 6. So these guys are locked in combat movement-wise. These guys don't move. Tank pulls over to here. Soul Grinder walks to there. Great Unclean One is there. And we're on to... and that Great Unclean One is there. We're on to a Warp Storm. Actually, we're on to the book. Oh, he's got a 6-up in-ball. And then Warp Storm says 5. Yeah, so nothing happens with Tzeentch's fire once again. And on to actual shooting. There's 2 Plague Marines left. Terrible miss of the battle cannon. Well, not missed, but they cover saved it. That guy wounded himself with his own psychic test. These guys, turbo boost. One of them takes a wound. And what else? Massive Ordnance killed the cultist leader, which doesn't really count for much. So we're on to assault. You didn't have to roll, did you?
I lost my one.
You are fearless.
I'm fearless. Never mind.
Yeah. So Typhus wounds himself with this demon weapon. And the Plague Bearers don't accomplish anything. That Soul Grinder's locked in combat with the guy with the Power Fist, killing the other one, and we're at the bottom of 6. So no movement. Carry on. Okay, movement does not happen. So we're gonna shoot that Great Unclean One who has 2 wounds left and is standing in terrain. On reconsideration, they all got within Twin Linked Melta range, which is good for him. Wow, 1 miss, and then he needs 3s. Oh, 3 wounds, but I've got 2, and I've got a 2-up save from the cover. I'm good. It's your dice.
And I'll shoot you over there for whatever.
All right.
1 hit. It's a wound.
It's a wound. Is it the Melta? I'm good from cover. Stormbolter? Nothing. Typhus kills the Plagueys thanks to instability, and we're on to round 7 because we rolled a 6. So last round. Alright, so movement. He's there. These guys fly out. Typhus still here. I crawled up on top of the building. Great Unclean One grabs the las cannon. Lehman Russ moves there. They don't move at all.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
He uses the book on the Soul Grinder. And Soul Grinder has a 3-up save. And you see what Warp Storm does. It does a 8. I got no Tzeentch killed some cultists. That was it. Everything else shot and did nothing. So, on to the assault. He assaults the cultists.